The Delwissan region used to be such a beautiful place, full of lush nature and Pokemon as far as the eye could see. But perfection never lasts forever. Queen Akilah Aviz, the first ever Queen of Delwis. People called her smart, but she was an idiot. At least she had Jovito to keep her in check. From a first look, you could say that Delwis was a utopia. That is, if you weren't there at night. A group of Pokemon started to terrorize the night skies. They were called the Calamity Quintet. They were strange creatures, only having one goal in mind, to feed upon the souls of humanity, always attacking under the cover of night. What cowards! I won't let you take her! My mom is fine! Right, Mom? The cycle would continue every night. More and more people started to be found dead inside of their own homes, until word of the tragedy reached the royal palace. What do you think we should do? I suggest we enlist the help of a human magician. I'm sure you've heard of the Spiritomb legend. Perhaps we could contain these Pokemon in a similar respect, using these pieces of them as the basis. Where can we find someone like that? I know of a lawkeeper who travels the continent of Eura and is held in high regard. Their name is Ray. Okay. As Queen, I ordered you to bring this individual to the palace so we could discuss the matter further. Ray was well known across the continent of Eura as a person who knew everything about everything, perhaps even too much. But still, their boundless knowledge made them an asset towards whoever they decided to align with.
You must be Jovito. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
The pleasure is all mine, Your Honor. Thank you for coming on such short notice. I can brief you on the matter whilst we ride back to Sargas. Lawkeeper Ray, I have called upon you because I believe you have an answer to our problems. The Delwis region is facing a terrible plight. Are you truly able to cure it?
Of course I can, Your Majesty. You can leave it to me. Here we are. Your Majesty, this type of magic is not mine to use. However, I can teach you. I must warn you, though, it is a very dangerous type of spell. A spell that can end in disaster.
What kind of disaster?
A loss of life.
I will accept that. If my life is what it takes for Delwis to see peace again, then my death will not be in vain. And so they made a plan, using the vast knowledge that Ray had gained, and using the power that the Queen of Delwis had been gifted. 5 medallions were crafted from the bodies of 5 Pokemon. Medallions that had the power to fuse all 5 beings into one that would be of no harm. Neither Akilah or her trusted advisor cared to consider the consequences of such an act. All that mattered was the safety of themselves and the region they held dear. Here we go. With valor and vigor, 5 will become 1. Foul monster, I vanquish. The terror's now done! More than one Pokemon who was created that day. That day was the day I was brought into existence. Ow! At first, I was confused. For most mythical Pokemon, they are born already knowing what their purpose is. But I soon figured it out. The first emotion I ever felt was resentment. For some reason, I could recall everything that had just happened. I remembered the fear and hatred that Akilah felt towards that creature. I remembered Akilah's name. Somehow I knew she was the one who created me, and I knew how much she cared about the so-called Delwis region. Yes, that must have been it! My purpose is to make the Delwis region my own, and to spread the same fear and hatred that has brought me to life! Humanity has always intrigued me. Their emotions are so easily manipulated by others around them. I started to see my existence as a type of game. I found pleasure in playing with humanity, tricking them into misery. The first time was such a rush, but what fun was a game with nobody to play it with? Akilah's sacrifice had already proved to me that humanity, though naive, could be vile. Maybe even viler than me. And so, I started a new game. Oh, Mom. If only you were still here. Wouldn't you like to avenge her? At first, I decided to mess with Akilah's descendants, to help to establish the monster that killed her as a threat. You seem bored. Waiting for your day as king to come is painful, isn't it? Why can't we speed up the process? And then I finally found who I was looking for. A partner. Nicholas Mata. You and I share a similar goal.
Who's there?
Listen here, human. We both wish for the Delwissan region to be within better hands, and we both wish to prove to the world our true strength.
Why are you so small?
Never mind my height! Ahem. I am the Pokemon known as Grin. I have been watching you for a while now, and can I just say you seem super fun? I quite enjoy watching a person wallow in despair, but for you, you found a way to use that despair as a strength. And now you're very close to King Fabio over there. I believe a partnership could benefit the both of us.
Hang on. What do I get out of this? What do you offer me?
Power.
I already have power.
Not power like mine, you don't. Listen, Nicholas, I have a certain way of getting people to do what I want. A power that can sway the most stubborn of hearts. I'm sure you've heard of Vanquish.
Of course I have.
I was there when it was first created. I know how to wake it up. Just say the word and we could work towards getting that monster to level the entire Delwissan region. That is, of course, if you're into that.
I think you came along at exactly the right time, Mace. There is a certain plan I have. It involves the abolishment of the Delwissan monarchy.
Oh my Arceus, we have so much in common! I've been trying to do that for years! Tell you what, I definitely didn't make a mistake coming to you. Where do we start, partner?
Can you use your persuasion on King Fabio for me?
Of course I can. What do you want him to do?
I was planning on asking him to start spanning the Delwissan Empire, but Lorena has been distracting him from such plans.
Easy, so you want Fabio to hate her, huh?
That would draw too much suspicion from the others. I was thinking of playing a much longer game.
A game? I love games!
Well, my friend, I suppose I could teach you the kind of games that humans play.
This is going to be so much fun!